Are you sick of being ripped off when you're trying to buy concert tickets? You wait in a queue forever on Ticketmaster, waiting for your turn, your number 25,000 in the queue. And then when you get to the front of the queue, there are no tickets left. There's basically just singles, and they're priced at £1 million each. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about an amazing hack whereby you don't need to waste your time or your money buying tickets a year in advance for concerts. You can buy them the day before or the day of the concert for significantly cheaper. And the reason why you can do this is because, firstly, there are now official resales through Ticketmaster and other ticketing agencies, and also the secondary websites via GoGo. And because of those two different markets, this is now creating a really interesting dynamic whereby, close to the time of the event, you can pick up tickets for less than the face value, or at least the face value. So there's no point in buying tickets a year in advance. It's just a stupid thing to do. So let's have a quick look at a few examples. So I'm looking at concerts that are happening today. And Chris Brown is currently touring the UK. Now, I'm not saying I'm a Chris Brown fan. I'm just saying Chris Brown is a good example of a big act that has sold out his gig. So if you'd have tried to buy these Chris Brown tickets a year ago, then basically you wouldn't have been able to. They would have been completely sold out, or you would have had to pay a lot of money, and your money is then sitting in the Ticketmaster bank account for a long time. So if we go onto the Ticketmaster website and have a look at the tickets available for June the 19th, which is the day that I'm making this video for the Chris Brown concert, you can see that there are plenty available. These blue sections tell you all the tickets that are available through Ticketmaster. So even though this concert was sold out, the official way that you get a refund these days is by giving your tickets back to Ticketmaster for them to resell. So all of these tickets, so basically every single section is available. So if we just take an example of the Gold Circle B, you can see that the best tickets available here are £141.20 each. So that's basically the face value. That's how much Chris Brown is charging for people to go to his concert. £141 seems a lot to me to see Chris Brown, but that's the price it is. Now, so you could just buy that today. You wouldn't have to have waited a year. You didn't have to give your money over to Ticketmaster this time last summer when they were selling those tickets. You could just buy it today. So that's a benefit in itself. You can pay face value the day of the concert. But if you go to via GoGo and have a look at what's going on and look at the same concert, the Principality Stadium on June the 19th for Chris Brown, let's have a look at how much the secondary price is for these concert tickets. So we'll say 2 tickets to keep it simple. You can see that I can buy that for £135. So that is less than face value. And actually, if I change the number of tickets, if we go back and change it to 1 ticket, let's see what impact that makes. So we'll just take 1 ticket because this is standing, so it doesn't really matter. You could go with 2 people. Now, interestingly, if you're buying 1 ticket, they're £172. So you need to play around with the number of tickets because some people don't want to sell 1 ticket. If you've got 2 tickets and you're trying to flog them, you want to sell both of them at the same time. So it's interesting that 1 ticket would cost you 172, but 2 tickets would cost you less than face value. Now, you might not be a fan of Chris Brown, so let's have a look at a different artist. Santana is playing in Manchester in the UK on June the 19th. This is sold out as well. So let's go onto the Ticketmaster website and see what's available officially from the Ticketmaster sales. And once again, here you can see these blue sections. There are lots of tickets available to see Santana because people are reselling them through Ticketmaster. So I want to sit right at the front here. So if I go to A1, then look, I can get lots of tickets here. And the best price that I can get in section A1 is, let's click on this one, it's £167.50. So that's how much the face value is of that ticket. If I now go to via GoGo, and same thing, Santana Live, 19th of June in Manchester, let's see how much the tickets are. I'll just assume 2 tickets at the same time. So I go to section A1, it's £69. So that is a massive difference from the £167 that they're trying to charge me on Ticketmaster. For the same tickets, I can get them for £69. So that is less than half price. That is amazing. And again, the benefit here is that I didn't have to buy these tickets a year ago. I didn't have to queue for hours and hours in the system and then fail to buy them or buy some really rubbish tickets. And if we look at another artist, Dua Lipa, and she's playing in London tomorrow. So this isn't actually the day of the concert. So if I was doing this tomorrow, I would expect the prices would be lower on the secondary. But let's have a look. If I go to Ticketmaster, what's available? Well, lots available. You can see that the blue sections are everywhere. If I look at the gold circle south, they're available for £151.36 each. So I can stand right at the front to watch Dua Lipa for £151. If I go to Viagogo, have a look at the same tickets, Wembley Stadium. Let's see what's available. Let's have a look at two tickets, just to keep it simple. I can buy those tickets for £124 each. So that's basically a saving of almost 30 quid against the official Ticketmaster price of £151. Let's just have a quick check to see if I was going to buy one ticket, whether or not it would be cheaper. I'll just change the search to one ticket. Let's see. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. And I can buy one ticket for £126. So basically around about the same. So what we talked about today is that there is now a really interesting dynamic in the ticket market for concerts because you can arbitrage the tickets. And the reason why this has happened is because a lot of the official ticket selling sites are now having this resale concept. So officially, the only way that you can genuinely get a refund is by going back to places like Ticketmaster and AXS, all of those sort of big ticketing agencies, and they will then sell your ticket on your behalf. So they don't give you a refund. You don't automatically get the money back. They will only give you that refund if somebody else purchases the ticket. And of course, they're taking fees on both sides of that. So they're making profit. They're happy to sell that ticket at face value for you. But because that market now exists, you can buy tickets on the day of the gig at face value from Ticketmaster because this is all mobile transfer. You don't have to worry about getting a paper ticket and going along and handing it to the person at the gate. You just flash your phone with the ticket on it. So this can be done instantly. You can buy tickets up to an hour before a gig and they're still valid. And the reason that that's good news for you as a consumer is because if the face value is available, then the secondary market really needs to be below face value if you're doing it smartly. So what I think you should do if you want to go to a concert, don't waste your time buying them a year in advance, giving your money over to these ticketing agencies, and then forgetting about the concert anyway and thinking nearer the time, oh no, that concert's next week, I'd forgotten about it. Just look at the schedule, see what's coming up, decide if you want to go to a concert this weekend. Have a look at what Ticketmaster, AXS, all those sort of initial seat agencies are selling the tickets for, and you can probably get really good tickets at face value if that's what you want to do. But then have a look at what's going on Viagogo and all of the other secondary seat sellers, because in all likelihood, people who want to sell their tickets, this is usually genuine people who can't go to the concert if they're trying to offload their ticket. They will realize it's not selling at face value and they start cutting the price, and you can get some really good deals. So hopefully you found this video useful, informative, and thought-provoking. Hopefully it's going to change the way that you think about going to concerts. No longer should you be thinking, I didn't get a ticket, therefore I'm not going. You should be thinking, I didn't get a ticket, I couldn't be bothered waiting in that queue and getting some really poor tickets. I'd rather just buy them a couple of days before or the day of the concert for less than face value, right at the front. Job's a good one, everyone's a winner.